And why didn't they tell you that make sure Cleo's good? Make sure Cleo's good. Cleo is a part of the budget. Make sure Cleo's good. The same way you told me that I was going to be good. Why is your production saying that I'm not a part of the budget for a chicken salad? Chicken salad? I'm not a part of the budget for a chicken salad? Y'all could have bought that chicken salad and literally got the money from my manager or me. But y'all wanted to show me so bad that I can't get nothing and that nobody is here for me that I couldn't even get a chicken salad. I gagged. I was like, wow, this shit is corny. I ain't saying nothing. No, remember I said I wasn't saying anything about anything. I was just going to take everything in and whatever. So my manager ends up getting me an assistant to come on tour with me, somebody to help. They met me in Chicago. So now the Chicago show was lit as fuck. It was so fun. I love Chicago. But yeah, she came, she helped me, whatever. And the only reason why she even came in the first place was because she was told that she was going to be able to go on Riot's bus. And then at the end of the show, she was told that Riot said you can't come on his bus. And she was just so confused because that's the reason why she came all the way to Chicago in the first place. And Riot is not even on his own bus. He's on the bus with Ice. So it was just so mind-boggling, you know? And he probably didn't even say that. They probably just didn't even want me to have anybody. And that was the vibe that I was starting to get, that they actually do want me to struggle. They want me to struggle a little bit. They want to see if I'm gonna stay. It's like they want to put this pressure on me. And let me tell you, the devil will not win, boo. He will not win. He will not win. He will not win. He was starting to get to me, but he didn't win. Sent her all the way back to New York, and I was left again with nobody. I got a little piece of help, and then I was done for. Now we're in Texas. We're in between Texas and Mexico. What do you guys think of when y'all think Texas, between Texas and Mexico? Desert. Tumbleweeds. Nothing for miles. No Uber Eats. No Uber 2 Eats. And there's nothing. We're at a Best Western or whatever one of those hotels are. We're in the middle of nowhere. That's how you know, because we're at one of those Best Western hotels. And, yeah, no food. There's a McDonald's all the way down the block, 8-minute walk. Probably going to get bit by scorpions and all sorts of other bugs while walking through the desert to McDonald's. So me and her hairstylist were in the hotel. We just sleeping and stuff. It's like 2 o'clock. We get up around like 5 or 6. I call Ice. I'm getting ready and shit. Me and her hairstylist about to make videos or whatever. I'm like, oh, let's make TikToks. She's like with that soulless demon face, just you're with my hairstylist, so like, damn, my bad. It was really seeming like she didn't really want me to be friends with her hairstylist, but it's like, damn, bitch, I don't got no friends, so I'm gonna make friends with bitches that actually want to be my friend. I'm sorry. I hung up on her after that because it was just like, ew, like, all right, I'm with your hairstylist, so what that mean? Like, oh, like, I can't, like, I'm not ready. Obviously, like, it was just the attitude around it that was just so weird and corny to me. I'm just like, okay, whatever. Went downstairs and I seen her in the lobby, and her and some other boy, one of our friends, is just standing there, you know, with a basketball. I'm like, oh, what y'all just did? Oh, we was playing basketball, whatever. Nobody said anything about eating. Nobody. I'm like, me and the hairstylist keep talking about food. We like, oh damn, we mad hungry. Like, we mad hungry, just at McDonald's. Or nobody said anything about food while me and her are talking about how hungry we are. Now we go to the boys' bus, tour bus, and we just sitting on the bus. We just like, yo, like, can somebody come with us to McDonald's? Like, nobody want to walk there by themselves. We fake want a man with us. They like, oh, that's mad far. Like, nah, like, word, there's a desert, it's scary. I'm like, okay. Nobody said anything about food still. Come to find out, everybody ate. Can you believe that? Everybody ate. Guess what? They all went to a steakhouse. Everybody went to a steakhouse and left me, the hairstylist, and the makeup artist. Everybody went to go get a bite. Steak, mash, cream corn, spinach. And we didn't have anything. We didn't eat at all. We're trying to figure out how to get a McDonald's, and y'all all ate already. Nobody mentioned it. You know why nobody mentioned it? Because it was a secret. It was a secret, and I gagged. One of the things that I have to charge to the game, I guess. I'm like, what? They said, don't say anything. We don't want to make it a problem. All right, I'm not going to say anything. One of the things I'm just going to have to bring up when I'm ready to leave. And that's another thing that I later realized when I reflected on everything, that this girl was really mad at me for saying something about that luggage, bro. She was so mad at me for saying something. Like, she don't want nobody say nothing to her. Like, she tried to low-key torture me. Like, she was trying to low-key do it. Like, she wasn't trying to do it too much, but she was trying to still, like, show me, like, yeah. And I'm just like, I didn't even know that until I brought all of this up to her. And she showed me that she didn't give a fuck. Girl, fuck you. I was like, oh my God, just went on tour with somebody that hates my guts. Wow. So for you guys that don't know how a tour bus looks, it looks like a slave ship. Very similar to a slave ship. 3 bunks stacked up on top of each other very tightly on each side. Some may have more, but this bus that we was on had 3. And then she has her big room in the back, which I was staying at for the first couple of days until I blew things by saying something about my bag. As an artist, why the hell would I want to leave the venue carrying my bags? We'll never know why she wanted me to look so crazy. We'll never know. Actually, we do know. But yeah. So that's how the bus looks. And while we were in New Orleans, there was another situation where we was on the bus from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Me and the makeup artist, me and the hairstylist, well, all of us, we were told to get on the bus because at this point, Ice doesn't even communicate with me anymore, by the way. She like slowly, gradually stopped talking to me. And that's because I think like she realized that I was like getting cool with the people that worked for her. So now it's like she's kind of like treating me like a worker. But I was so confused. Like, you're not being my friend, so I'm going to make more friends. Like, girl, it's like she wanted me to be miserable and alone, and it just didn't happen because that's not what God had planned for me, boo. So they was told to get on the bus at 9, and nobody tells me anything, so I'm just doing what they said, you know. I don't get no text messages. Like I said, I don't, she doesn't tell me nothing. So I get on the bus at 9 a.m. because that's what her manager told them. Her manager doesn't even text me. That's how much I don't get anything told to me. So she was literally the one that was supposed to be talking to me. So I get on the bus at 9, wake up at 2, and we're in the same place. So you can think about it. We're on a slave ship, right? From 9 to 2 p.m. in the same place, thinking that we're moving and that by the time we wake up, we won't even be there anymore. So to find out we're in the same place is so crazy. My legs are cramping now. Like, I'm just so confused. Like, niggas is treating us like fucking luggage for real. Like, yeah, let's just throw the luggage on the bus. Like, girl, what? We're humans. Can you tell us that you're not leaving right now? When somebody asks, like, why didn't we leave yet? Because Ice didn't feel like leaving yet. And I'm just like, bro, this is so crazy. I texted her. I was like, hey, are you okay? She's like, yeah, I'm on the way. I'm like, bro, what? You could have been told niggas not to get on the bus because you're not leaving yet. Y'all go and do something. Y'all walk around or look around and just travel around or whatever because we're not leaving yet. But instead, you let us sit up in that tour bus for that long, girl. And you didn't even give a fuck when I told you about any of this. And that shit is what really hurts the most. How much she didn't give a fuck. So I'm actually glad that I didn't say anything during the tour. Let me tell y'all something. The type of person that I am, bro. If I say how I feel, this is how the situation in Philly made me feel. And I see that you don't give a fuck. That starts to turn me. So I didn't want to be turned so bad that I spaz on her. I spaz on her. I swing on her. I'm locked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even want that to come out of this at all. Because the way she goes back and forth and the way she's ready to argue, that's somebody that knows that they got people behind her. Because that mouth would not be running like that 2 years ago. I'll tell you that much. I was going to leave after we was left in the desert and they went to the steakhouse behind our backs. I was going to leave after that. But I'm like, you know what? Let me do the Dallas and Houston show. Let me bring my girl Asian out. Let me make the best out of this situation once again. And that was going to be it. My mom, she wasn't able to make it to the New York show. She comes to Atlanta. She's like how she's coming to Atlanta because it was my aunt's 70th birthday. And she wanted to see me. So I'm like, damn, I got to do the Atlanta show just for her. Love you, mommy. Now we're going to get into the dispute that ended everything. So I addressed everything to her. I should actually show how I addressed it, because although it was very long, I want you guys to also keep in mind how so close friendships and relationships feel. Like the breakup feels the same. The way you express yourself, it can kind of feel the same. As like, you know what I'm saying? Like it is very similar. So when I was explaining everything that I went through, it was a long ass paragraph, and like I was talking to my nigga. Like I was breaking everything down because I want you to know exactly how I feel and how it made me feel. Exactly what I went through and how it made me feel. I want you to understand it. And I also want you to put yourself in my shoes and ask yourself if you would even go through that. You know what I'm saying? Because people fail to realize that she skipped a very important part in her career, which was the grind. She barely had to do that. She barely had to do that. And that's okay. Some people are lucky. Some people are lucky, and we're going to call it luck. We're not going to call it her being blessed, because I don't think the Lord will bless somebody like her. Her soul it doesn't belong to the person above. She is very dark and very soulless. And I've never been around this girl for more than 10 hours. Anytime I hung out with her, it was something very small, a small gathering, a small event. It was video shoots, you know what I'm saying? It never was chilling in the crib, face not done, chilling. You get what I'm saying? Like on some real friend shit. That's why I kind of got annoyed when a lot of people thought he was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, oh, but it was like, we were still cool. Like that was still my girl, bro. So it was just her energy. I got to witness this very firsthand. I was around her every day, 24/7. I mean, not all the time, because she would go straight to the back into that room. And when I would see her, like at the venue and whatever, because after the Philly situation, I barely saw her. She was dark. She just, oh my God, like it's even scary to talk about. Like, bro, that girl, she needs to be saved. Like, I don't know if she was always like that, if it's Hollywood, but Hollywood never changed me. Like, Hollywood never changed me. But Nikki was very, very correct when she said, ain't no friends in the game. Ain't no friends in the game. But me thinking like, oh, like I was cool with Ice like before all of this, da 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 da. I didn't think like she was gonna be a weirdo over time. Like that shit was crazy. So when I told her about everything, she literally turned around. Like when I say everything, I told her everything. I'm gonna put it in the screenshot. Honestly, it felt like it could have been a miscommunication here. She winds up telling me that she told her manager, basically after the Philly situation, she told her manager to tell my manager that I'm gonna need to get my own room. What I was confused on is that I told you how I felt in Philly, but you couldn't tell me how you felt in Philly. And that's why we weren't really friends. That's how I realized that we weren't really friends, because you can't even speak up to me, but had the audacity to say that I didn't say any of those stuff to you because I'm scared of you. Why would I be scared of you? I didn't want to punch you. I didn't want to say all those stuff above and then you completely ignore it. Because that's what you did when I mentioned the stuff that had happened in Philly. You ignored it. Like you did not care. So with that being said, if I was to explain everything like how I explained it, you would literally not care at all. So it's not even about being scared to say it to her. It's about being scared to see your reaction in person. Like your reaction would have led to something bad. Something bad. And I wouldn't even have been able to say everything that I just said. You would have cut me off. You would have cut me off. But the fact that I said so much and all you had to say was that somebody was ungrateful, you just wanted all of this to be a reason to call somebody ungrateful. You wanted all of this so that When something was to happen or you was to mistreat me, it was like, girl, look at all I did for you. You mad ungrateful. Like, girl, just because you gave somebody an opportunity doesn't mean you have to treat them like shit. And I could tell that everything that was happening with management or production, that was all from your mouth. Is what I'm now coming to understand. That you was the one behind the scenes making sure that Cleo don't get no chicken salad or make sure she don't get no room. Make sure Cleo not in my room. Like, but how you gonna tell me I'm gonna be with you? That doesn't make any sense. So if you were so mad about the bag situation in Philly, why didn't you just straight up tell me, bro, this tour shit is not gonna work out? That's what you should have just said. That's what you should have just said. But since you didn't say that, and I just got a hint of just weirdness, I took a step back and just made the opportunity what I could make it. But it wasn't genuine at all. Nothing that you do is genuine. Everything is calculated. Like I said, I was the token black friend. You didn't have your other best friend around because you said that she didn't match your aesthetic. Like, there's something very wrong with somebody that is only friends with somebody for their aesthetic. I don't know what's wrong with you, but I should have never let you take my swag. I should have never even gave you a piece of it, because Lord knows that you was wearing bodysuits and Jordans when you first came out. Now all of a sudden it's mini skirts, it's little dresses and big chunky boots. Like, girl, that's me. And I let you have it because I thought we was friends. But boo, you gonna have to give it back and figure something out now, because I don't like what I did not like that at all. But you know what I'm initially going to do? Charge it to the game and let everybody know what type of human being you are. Because it's not even like what type of girl you are, what type of human being you are. You're not a girl's girl. You're not for the girls at all. You're not. That's why you barely have any friends, and that's why you most definitely don't have any black friends. Never seen any black girl around her. And the black friend that you did have exposed you. But I'm doing this shit a little differently, because I want people to actually feel it. I want people to actually feel it. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all can still support her and y'all can still love her down. Y'all could do everything. But let me tell y'all what y'all not going to do. Don't disrespect me behind her. Don't disrespect me behind her, because I was nothing but a good friend to her. I'm telling you, bro. Y'all didn't even like the way how this girl dressed when she first came out. Come on, Y2K. I had a Y2K party in 2021 that I didn't even know Ice in 2021. She told me when we first, let's talk about the first time we met, because it's really gaggy to me that all of a sudden I'm the bum and I'm careerless. When we first met, you told me that it was a full circle moment. How can I turn into a careerless bum because of a hotel room that you didn't tell me that I was going to pay for? That's my fucking money. That's my money. If I want to use what I use my money for is what I want to use my money for. And there's plenty of it. It's plenty of it, girl. It's plenty of it. So I should come out of pocket thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for somebody that's not even trying to promote me being on her tour. The only thing you wanted to promote was that you was giving somebody an opportunity. Like, oh yeah, Cleo posted it, so everybody knows that, da da da. Like, bro, you did not want to shine any sort of light on me. And when you shined a light, you dimmed it. And you made sure you dimmed it down. You dimmed it down. And you made sure those speakers on that stage was not even loud. You made sure of it every time. Every time. And it was such a learning experience, bro. Nobody had any idea what I was going through before I even got on that stage. And even when I got off that stage, it's like I couldn't even go into her room when I was done performing. When I was done performing, I had nowhere to go, because when I come to the room, it's, I don't want nobody in her room right now. Like, damn, bro. It's like she treating niggas like they her fans. Like, I thought we was sissies. Like, what's going on? Why niggas can't go inside your room? I know what's going on. You want to exercise your power. You want to show that this is your shit. You run this shit. This is your show. I understood that already when I came on tour. And I understood that. But you wanted to make me feel that. Like, that's the sick part about everything. That you wanted to make me feel less than. You didn't even tell anybody on that tour. I bet you didn't. Make sure Cleo's good. Make sure anything Cleo wants she get. Or make sure Cleo's good. Make sure Cleo's good. I didn't even get that vibe. And when I spoke out on it, I got called a careerless bum. I'm never gonna be anything. Da 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 da. I'm a bum. I'm crying about a hotel room. Like, bro, is that the only thing that I spoke about in the paragraph, bro, that I wrote you? Is that the only thing that I spoke about in these videos? So the fact that you would even think that that's what all of this is about just goes to show how much of a corny individual you are. And you couldn't wait for the opportunity to try to call me a bum. You couldn't wait to try to speak down on me. Somebody that you looked up to. Somebody that you was watching since high school. You told me it was a full circle moment meeting me, bro. Meeting me, being in the same car as me. Like, you could not believe it. You were so gagged. But now your head is so big, you don't even know where you came from. Aren't you from the gutter? Aren't you a Bronx bitch from the gutter, bro? Aren't you from the gutter, bro? So the audacity for somebody that said that they was in the mall looking for a jobs anywhere, they was about to crash out, they needed a job ASAP before you blew up, and you're gonna go and try to call somebody a bum? I always had bread, and not because I'm some scammer or da-da-da. I always been a go-getter. I'm Nigerian. I'm the real Nigerian. I come from money. You see that green and that white? That's what I come from. I come from money, bro, because I have a hustler mentality. I've never been in a pickle where I'm like, oh, how am I going to get bread? How am I going to get... You was in a pickle before Drake reposted your video, and that's how you went crazy. That's how you went viral. You was in a pickle, bro. You was in a pickle. I will never talk down on any of my friends. There's so many of my friends that I make more money than. I would never, ever say nothing like that. Because I'm comfortable at the end of the day. I got my 2023 car. I got a nice-ass crib. I pay like 3 bands for. Every month, I'm good. I got to be making some sort of bread to be paying that kind of rent. Like, let's be for real. Let's be for real. To try to belittle me because I'm just trying to tell you how your tour made me feel, it's so... It was all calculated. It was all calculated. It was all calculated. It was never genuine, and you just could not wait to talk to me like that. I called her on the phone after that conversation because I really wanted to know, is this really her? I was so gagged. I'm like, is this really her? She got on the phone like, what? I'm like, bro, look how you talking to me. You're not even talking to me like you was my friend. Like, and I didn't record that conversation. I don't do shit like that. Look how you talking to me like you was never even my friend, bro. She's just like, bro, this is why you never gonna be anywhere. This is why you never gonna get nowhere. Mind you, compare me from 2018 to now, because I started making videos in 2018. If I was a careerless bum, why would you even bring me on tour? Why would you even tell me to come out with you a day after I met you to come on streaming, to come on Kai Sinai stream? Why would you even do that? Why would you even do that? Exactly, bro. It's just that now you feel like since you up, let me talk down on her. Let me make her feel like shit. Because you was already doing that behind the scenes. But now I got you in 4K trying to treat me like I'm less than. It's so hilarious to me. It's so hilarious to me. Ask me how far I think you're going to get. With that personality, which is, you don't have one. With the way you act, with the way you move, you are a soulless individual. You are really demonic. You have a very demonic vibe to you, especially with the way I was seeing you every day, the way you mope around, and you just, like, if your makeup artist is not bringing that wing and making it pick up your eye, you are dead. You really look dead. You really look dead. And I'm going to keep it a beam with you.